I don't buy new cars, I don't buy brand names, I go to Goodwill for my clothes. I like to save money, I like to find bargains, it's the life I chose. I throw nothing away, I'll find a use another day for all this junk I keep. My neighbors all hate me, they abuse and berate me, 'cause I like doing it cheap. Yeah, I like doing it cheap. Welcome to another episode of Doing It Cheap. Well, today is March 2nd, and this wine was scheduled to be ready on February 21st, but as you can see, it's still working, and the reason it is because it's kind of cool out here in this room. This room is nowhere near 70 degrees, so it's going to take longer because, like I say, it's cool out here. However, we got a couple of darker ones over there that look ready, so stay tuned. We're about to have us a wine tasting, and I'm going to show you the next step you do so that you can store your wine for long term. All right, we'll be right back. Well, how y'all doing? Boy, I'm getting excited now. This wine was supposed to be ready February 21st. And here it is, the second day of March. Finally, the black cherry plum stopped working. The pomegranate plum stopped working. And you saw on the little clip there just before this that the apple was just barely working. Well, when I took the light bulb off of it, removed the heat, it stopped. So anyway, we're going to have us a little wine tasting here, and I'm going to tell y'all, in my opinion, in honest to God opinion, what I think about each one, whether I feel it was a success or a failure. And then I'm going to show you what the next step is after you have made your wine and you want to store it. I'm going to show you the first step towards that. Not the final step where you actually put in a bottle and forget about it forever, but just before you bottle it, what you need to do. And it's called racking your wine. And we'll get into that, but first let's see how it tastes, shall we? I'm excited. All right. Well, this right here is black cherry plum, and let's see what it is. And all I did here, I believe, if I recall correctly, is I added 2 cups of sugar. Well, I had to pour it into a bigger container, added 2 cups of sugar because it's 2 quarts, and some yeast, and well, I'm going to pour it real gentle because I don't want to disturb it much. Just want to taste. Oh my God, it'll knock you down. Oh my goodness. It's pretty. It's translucent. You can see right through it. So it's got a nice color. Let's see how this tastes, shall we? This is going to be good, I bet you. Oh. Oh my goodness. For someone that's just used to grape wine, oh my goodness, this is something. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna have to get a chair. At least a stool. Oh my, folks. Oh, this was Simply Nature, a simple choice. Black cherry plum, 100% juice. It says flavored juice blend from concentrate with added ingredients, non-GMO, 100% vitamin C. It says on the side here, contains 100% juice. Oh my goodness. The funny thing is, I read the ingredients, it says filter water, apple juice concentrate, aronia berry juice concentrate, grape juice concentrate, citric acid, cherry juice concentrate, concentrate, plum juice concentrate, natural flavors, ascorbic acid, that's vitamin C. My goodness. Well, I believe old Pawpaw will give this one 2 thumbs up. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. That's a good one right there. Woo. Ain't got no crackers, because I don't need them. Remember, I'm on a diet. I am down to 283. So I've lost 21 pounds in 4.5 weeks. All right, this is the pomegranate plum. See how this turns out. I don't hear no crap about me using the same glass. This also has a very pretty color. Pomegranate plum. Another juice I bought at Aldi for $2 and something. I've never had pomegranate. I like it. It put a smile on your face. This is pretty good for breakfast, let me tell you. I ain't had nothing to eat yet. It's almost 8 o'clock in the morning. Boy, I like that. Like I say, I'm used to, Welch's grape, and I love my Welch's grape wine. It's, that's the, that's what, I guess that's the standard bearer for, that's the, what do they call it? I can't think of the benchmark. That's the benchmark for all my wines I make, whether I like it better or worse or whatever, because that's the one I've grown up with. So I really like the Welch's grape wine. So I have to compare everything to it. Now these wines, although they're sweet, they don't taste as sweet as the grape wine I've been making. I don't know why. Maybe someone can explain, maybe this type of juice is not as sweet as grape juice. I don't know. But I'm telling you, this is, for someone that doesn't like a really sweet wine, this has turned out really good. Really good. All right, man, that was good. Now we're going to try one more. This one right here. Ingredients is filtered water, apple juice concentrate, ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C. That's it. So this is about as pure apple juice as we can get without squeezing our own or going to an orchard. Now, I'm going to tell you, that really looks nice in the glass. I wonder if after fermenting if it's lost its vitamin C. It says it has 120% daily value of vitamin C for 8 ounces. All right. Well, this is a very pretty color. I bet my wife will like this one. Wow. 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 Folks, I believe we have a winner. All these done quite well. Wow. It's good. People say you can't make wine with bread yeast, can kiss my ass. People say you have to have this, you have to have that. No, you don't. Maybe using your distiller's yeast or winemaker's yeast, you might get a little more alcohol than using bread maker's yeast. But I'm gonna tell you something. There ain't a damn thing wrong with the way them taste right there. Not a damn thing. So I'm very pleased. Remember though, KISS philosophy, keep it simple, stupid. I'm very pleased with how these have turned out. Even though there's a week or so late, is because of the temperature in this room, not because there was anything wrong with it. All right, now, we're gonna be right back and I'm gonna show you what our next step is for saving our wine, okay? We'll be right back. All right, folks, well, what we're gonna do here, we're gonna do what's called rack our wine. And racking is, I don't know why they call it that. I guess just because you put your bottles up on a rack, I don't know. But what it amounts to is we're gonna siphon the wine out of these containers into other containers and try to avoid picking up the sediment that's on the bottom. That's the whole idea here, is we're trying to get our wine out of the jug without the sediment. Now, personally, I just leave mine in these same containers and I just pour carefully when I get me some. Have it set in the refrigerator, you know, and I'll get out and I'll be real gentle with it. And I won't stir up that sediment. And I'll pour me a glass real careful and ease it back down and set it back in there. However, I imagine if a feller got him a snoot full, he wouldn't be quite as careful and be slinging that jar around or that jug around and stir it up. So, I guess to make it drunk proof, what we need to do is we need to rack our wine. So, got some brand new mason jars here, mason type jars that I have rinsed out with my pure well water. So by God, that's as clean as it needs to be. But all I'm going to do now is I'm going to siphon this wine out of here. I'll pick this one because it's closest. I'm going to siphon my wine out of this jug into this jar, and then into another jar. And I believe what I'm going to do, let's see, it says there's 2 quarts, so I should be getting two jars per jug. We'll find out. Okay. So it's just, and I've already cleaned this. So it's just a matter of sticking my hose in here. And starting the siphon, and that's all there is to it. So we're gonna let this siphon in here. I'm gonna have to hold it down below here in a minute. But we're gonna let this wine siphon off into this jar. And let me hold her down here and get her going good. I just want to make sure that my hose does not touch the bottom and pick up that sediment. Okay. So there's one jar, and the idea here is now that I've put it in this jar here, we're going to give this wine the opportunity that if there's any impurities in there, if there's any bits of yeast left, any sediment, that it's going to settle down. And I'm also going to put this in the refrigerator to stop any fermentation. So that's the story on this one. I just set that over there for right now. And we'll see how much we can get into this one. I do expect that I'll pick up a little bit of sediment this time because I got to get a little bit lower down here in this jug, but we'll see. I'm looking at where my tubing is. Come on now. It's like right here. Oh well, closer enough. All right. So there we go. Now, that's how to rack wine. Now me personally, I think this is a waste of time with a small batch. And I'll show you why in a minute. But I can definitely see the advantage of doing it this way with, say, a 5-gallon container. A lot of people like to make their wine 5 gallons at a time. So I can see why you'd want to go through all this hassle. Me personally, I had just as soon pour it and watch right along here for that sediment and just not pour any damn sediment in it, because this is only step 1 of our racking. Okay? And I can see my cloudiness coming here, and so I'll stop right there. Now, what's left, let's see if I can get this on the camera where you can see it. I don't know if you can see what's in there or not. Maybe you can now. Anyway, what's left in there is yeast and who knows what all that didn't it's strong. It's yeast and waste byproducts and all that kind of stuff that doesn't need to be in your wine. So what I did is I siphoned off this one, and if we can see them here, the one I siphoned is a little bit clearer than the one I poured. But remember, where I poured from was already down there at the bottom. So these two are ready to go in my refrigerator, where any possibility of fermentation will stop because of the temperature. And I think what I'll do is just shut my mouth and go through the process one more time here. And y'all can see it. I just fast forward through it, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, I can see a little bit of stuff trying to come out of that. So we're going to stop right there. And then we'll siphon this one. And that right there, I'm just going to leave in that jug and pour out of it to drink it, because I'm out of jars. Good God. Stout. All right, black cherry plum. I'm telling y'all, folks, this is pretty good stuff. You want to get you some of this. But anyway, this is called racking. This is racking your wine, and you want to store it somewhere cool. I prefer the refrigerator. That's going to stop my fermentation. And then we're going to rack it one more time. That's your process. You want to rack it a couple of times. And holy shit. Whew. Okay. Anyhow, folks, I'm telling you, there ain't no reason to go out there and buy no damn wine. Not when you can make it. Man. I'm very pleased the way this turned out. I will tell you that after trying it right here in front of you, trying to pour gently versus siphoning it, I did find that siphoning it was better. I stand corrected. It was better than me just pouring it out of the jug. Because as soon as I tilted that, then that sediment in the bottom was trying to slide down and all that. So you are better off siphoning the wine out of the container. So there we go. I learned something. I've never done it before. I was just told how. So these four will go in the refrigerator for a couple of days. And then I will get them back out and I'll look at them and I'll try to see if there's any sediment in there. If there is sediment in the bottom, then I'm going to rack it again. If there is no sediment, then that's ready to store. You know, you can bottle it and put it up. But I'm very pleased the way it turned out, and I really do appreciate you watching. That's called racking your wine, for those of you who want to know what was your next step. So take it, put it in the refrigerator to make sure your fermentation is stopped, and then give it a couple of days to settle down. And you should find any cloudiness will probably begin to dissipate, because when your wine is working, these bubbles are going, right? It's almost like boiling, it's churning, and stuff is being suspended up in the liquid. And then when this action stops and begins to settle down, then particles begin to settle and stop at the bottom. So that's the whole idea here, is we're going to give this a chance. Now that it's no longer going to be fermenting, we want to give it a chance to settle down. And we probably will find out it's a little clearer. Okay? Well, folks, that's racking your wine. Y'all have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Bye. I think I want to have me a little more wine.